A look back at My Little Pony Generation 5 Easter Special.
This video is not intended for children under the age of 13 years old. The comment section has been turned off. It's because YouTube did it, not me. I am an adult, not a child.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Every Creature. Easter in the human world, I guess, is fast approaching, at least for us here in the US, and I decided to seek out some MLP media that centers around Easter-like events or holidays within their mythos. This is taking into account that they don't really have a concept of Christianity, so it's Easter-like, but not actually Easter. My Little Pony Generation 5 Tell Your Tale actually delivered on this with on-screen media representation. This means spoilers for 3 episodes from there. There'll be a playlist that has all 3 of these episodes available for you to watch, just so you know. For a little bit of background, the first episode we'll be getting to, The Hunt for the Eggman Bunny, is the 48th episode of My Little Pony Tell Your Tale, and it was released on March 23rd, 2020. It was previously released earlier in foreign languages such as Spanish, French, and Portuguese, and Brazil on March 21st, but all of a sudden they privated those uploads and then re-released them at the regular time that the English release had. The plot itself follows Hitch looking after Sparky when Zip enters with chocolate eggs. Zip sees how exhausted Hitch is and offers to help him take care of Sparky. Then she gets a chocolate egg emergency notice from Zephyr Heights and brings Hitch and Sparky along with her. It turns out the Eggman bunny has gone missing, causing all of his bunnies to go hide eggs non-stop. He is required to tell them to stop. When Queen Haven arrives asking for help, Zoom says that the Eggman bunny was spotted at a supermarket buying carrots. Zip urges Hitch to come along, and the 2 ponies follow the trail of carrots to Eggman Bunny's house, which lies in a forest. Hitch starts to have fun, and then they find the Eggman Bunny's burrow, where he says that he's too busy caring for all of his baby bunnies to open the egg extravaganza. Hitch expresses his empathy with looking after Sparky, and Zip offer to look after the bunnies, which Eggman Bunny agrees to. The Eggman Bunny opens the extravaganza, and all the eggs roll around town because the other bunnies have finally stopped. Eggman Bunny offers his gratitude to Hitch and Zip before bringing up a long list of favors before the credit roll. So, my thoughts. This is a fun episode. It establishes a little bit of lore for their own Easter equivalent. So they have the Easter Bunny, which is the Eggman Bunny, and his billions of babies with seemingly no partner. Do they manifest out of nowhere? Who knows? Are the older bunnies all his older kids? We will circle back to Eggman Bunny in a very short while, by the way, but I just found that fascinating. Sparky himself is fine. Hitch is pretty fun here. I like that Zip's very empathetic towards his struggles with childcare and such, but I really think that this episode was just Bunnisis beauties. My Little Pony Tell Your Tale Season 2, Episode 8. For a little bit of background, this episode was released on March 7th, 2024, but it was previously released in English a little bit too early on March 5th, 2024, and then made private again until its intended release date. The plot follows Pip and her crew at Main Melody try very hard to apply makeup and beautify a large group of bunnisai in preparation for the egg extravaganza occasion. Unfortunately for them, the bunnisai cause chaos, which they are unable to control. Hitch comes in to rescue and communicate with the bunnisai to settle down. With Hitch's idea, later on the ponies bring the bunnisai to the forest where they can play while they work. Meanwhile, Alora is watching from the bushes with her companion, Twitch. She's still looking for the Nova charm and suspects one of Pip's beauty charms might actually be the charm she seeks, and sends Twitch into the blend with the bunnisai to find the charm. Twitch is able to mix with the bunnisai a little too well, which causes him to get caught up in the makeovers, and this distracts Twitch from his ultimate mission. He ends up enjoying his new look, and by nightfall, him and all the bunnisai are ready for the extravaganza. Hitch and Sparky take the bunnisai on the Mirror Stream to join the extravaganza events, Twitch included. My thoughts. Cute episode, I like it. I think Twitch is adorable. I think the little like makeover Twitch gets is very cute. The lore around Allura was easily the most interesting part of the episode. She wants her charm, and it basically confirms a lot of things that I haven't even talked about because I haven't done lookbacks on the mainline Tell Your Tale stuff outside of holiday segments. I think that Hitch helping out with his powers was nice. They use them quite a bit in these Tell Your Tale episodes. The music's pretty good. I don't play any to avoid copyright infringement, but I definitely recommend you give this one a listen. It's not as catchy as some songs from like the early seasons of FIM, but no one expects them to live up to that. I think the crew of Main Melody, which did a pretty good job with all the designs for the bunnies, I'm going to count one of them as a reference to Celestia, even if it's not, because I want it to be, okay? I was hoping they'd follow through with sewing another extravaganza and maybe what happens afterwards to our next episode, actually. Cracked It, Season 2, Episode 9. For a little bit of context, Cracked It is the 9th episode of Season 2. My Little Pony Tell Your Tale. And the 79th episode overall. It was released 12 hours earlier than usual in English on March 14th, 2024, and later on released in all languages on the same date at 11 a.m. UTC. This previously was released only in English on March 5th, which was too early, but then was suddenly made private until the regular release time. Really common for Hasbro and Tell Your Tale. So if you think you've heard me say that a lot, it's because it happens a lot. The plot itself follows Sunny flying through Maritime Bay when all of a sudden, a giant mysterious egg appears in the middle of the street, causing Sunny to run into it. The main six begin to investigate the mystery egg, finding that the egg is boring and drab. Izzy and Pip decide to decorate it while Misty warns everyone about the ancient Firehawk, terrible danger from her spellbook. Zip calls the Eggman Bunny for help, but he's a bit too busy doing his fatherly duties to respond and pick up the phone at the time. While decorating the egg, Izzy finds a hoof print with the egg, and it matches each of the main six's cutie marks. When the main six work together and press all the parts of the egg together and solve the puzzle, a colorful phoenix emerges from its rains chocolate eggs all over Maritime Bay, and it turns out the mysterious egg is a gift from the Eggman Bunny, who just forgot to send the instructions with it. My thoughts. I find this a very interesting episode, but it's only because phoenixes are brought up. They call them like firehawks of great danger, which is so melodramatic, but I guess a bird on fire should be threatening to people. I feel like maybe taking it not very seriously is a bad idea when flammable structures are around. But in this case, it just gives out eggs. I'm assuming this is a year later. The Eggman Bunny still has a bunch of babies all the time. Or maybe not. Maybe this is like very soon afterwards, but I'm going to assume this is like a full-on year later because the extravaganza on the previous episode, I'm assuming this is related to that whole thing. So for my final thoughts, I thought I should bring up some interesting things. Number one, Hasbro's marketing around these episodes is interesting because the My Little Pony wiki for Gen 5, which is really nice on the fandom one, actually categorizes all three of these as Easter episodes. Easter in the context that they're Easter-like holidays, of course, not actual Easter. And I appreciate them greatly for it, because finding Easter content for My Little Pony and items is surprisingly difficult online. So this was a great aid in my research because finding what to watch for this video and include it has been helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that discussions around Christianity at the beginning didn't alienate any of you. I know not everyone feels the same about religion, but I just wanted to say that it's important when acknowledging Easter to acknowledge part of its roots, an Easter-based holiday. I know that can be a more touchy subject, but I just thought that would be important to bring up here real quick. Thank you guys for watching so much. I will see you again soon, hopefully. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. This has been Daisy Spines, signing out.